Mediocrity is worse than death. Yes, I firmly believe that death is a better fate than living a normal mundane life, which most men inevitably end up living anyway. Most men live through their lives, going through the everyday motions, and never questioning if there is more to life than work, consume and die. They think about the top 1% of men for a brief second and think, that would be nice, and then go on to continue living their dull lives. They do know that there are men out there who have everything that a man would ever want. Money, status, women, power, respect, and freedom. They don't think, why is there men in this world who have everything they could ever want, and I still have nothing? They are too weak and feminine to even care about changing their lives for the better. The pain isn't bad enough for them to change, and so they do not. Whereas men like me and you, hearing what other powerful masculine men have, hits us in a sensitive area. We don't want to settle for a mediocre life like most men. We want to be at the very top, even if it takes years and years of sacrifice. We want to become real masculine men who have achieved excellence, and who have worked hard for it and earned it. And we won't settle for anything else, because the next best thing after that is death. And this is why. Both achieving excellence and being dead is a form of freedom. Achieving excellence entails financial freedom, large choice of women, and being the best version of yourself. And once you have all those things, there's nothing stopping you from doing anything in life. You really can do anything in life, and you have the resources and connections to make it happen. So you aren't bound by the necessities that a mediocre life ties you down with. You have freedom. Whereas death is freedom in the sense that you have no responsibilities that you need to take care of. And although being dead means that you can't do anything that you want, but it does certainly mean that there's nothing that you're required to do. And so you're not bound down by the necessities that a mediocre life ties you down with either. And you have freedom. And don't get what I'm saying confused, and think it's best for you to pursue freedom by being dead. Not at all. I certainly know that every single man on this earth has a unique gift that he needs to give to the world. And I firmly believe that every man should spend their entire lives giving the world their unique gift. Because every single man is able to make the world a better place and leave a little dent in the universe. And this is exactly what I'm pushing them to do. Chase excellence, because it means once you achieve it, you will have the best possible form of freedom. And with that freedom, you will be able to give the world your gifts without being held back by the necessities that a mediocre life would hold you back with. Because if you don't chase excellence, it means that you have settled for mediocrity. And mediocrity is possibly the worst place that you could be, as you are comfortable enough to have your basic needs taken care of, but not uncomfortable enough to want more out of your life. If you were worse off, you'd be driven to make a change. And if you were better off, you'd have more freedom to make change. But no, you're merely in the middle. Just another statistic. Mediocrity will mean that you work, consume and die. And you will be just another small cog in the big system that is the economy. You will be sold fancy cars and expensive clothes to make it seem like you are more important, and to hide the fact of how small you really are. And you will become hooked on things that theoretically increase your value, because you have no other way to increase your value, not when the system wants you to stay as a small cog. And you will continue this meaningless work and brainless consuming until you die, where the big system will bring in another person to do the exact same work and consuming, and you will be all forgotten about. So because mediocrity means that you settle for work, consume and die alongside having no freedom, this is exactly why you should not settle for mediocrity and chase excellence, where you will have all the freedom in the world and will not settle for anything, and also why mediocrity is worse than death.